Upon initial contact with Ice-T's music, I had envisioned him to be an ill-mannered and psychologically unstable man with an extremely uneducated and barbaric frame of mind, whose raps displayed nothing but ridiculous jargon, shocking sexual audacity, and repulsive images of the ghetto. However, after further analysis of his music, I can deduce that he is the epitome of anti-disestablishment terrorism, who embodies the entire spectrum of the urban experience and struggle. But to make things more plain and simple to the layman, I find Ice-T to be the dopest, flyest, OG pimp, hustler, gangster player, hardcore motherfucker living today. To be honest, I am totally and completely on his dick.
Welcome to the Ice-T Final Level Podcast, featuring your co-host, Mick Benzo, and your host,
Ice-T.
Hey, yo, this is Ice-T and Mick Benzo. What up, Mick?
Hey, baby, number 29 podcast, man.
Podcast number 29, man, and it's been going really good. Last week we had Glenn Friedman on here.
That was something.
Glenn,
yo, the shit that you said in that quote when you was reading back the shit you did in his book, that was dope too, though.
Yeah, Glenn is my dude, and my thing is, hold on, the dogs are out of control.
No, they
as
just
usual.
saying they trying to get on the podcast, and they
come on, stop, guys, stop.
It ain't their area.
My thing is that myself, my friends, we don't always have to agree. Glenn has his own opinions. I got mine. You got yours.
Mm-hmm.
But, I always tell people, as long as you don't cross me, we could be friends.
He dropped some good Jews, though.
No,
damn sure.
Glenn is smart, man. And today, we're very fortunate. We've been trying to get this person on the podcast, but, always busy, international.
Just doing things, too.
Doing too much. It's just so hard and stuff like that. Talk to the management and stuff. They was like, how much is it? How much they getting paid? We ain't got no money.
We said we just need to do as a favor. They said, I don't know if it could work, though.
We don't know if it can happen. So what we did was we waited. They was fortunate enough to give us a minute of their time. And today we have on the podcast world famous
the one and only
Coco.
Coco's in the building, y'all.
Really big intro. Yeah, I feel special. Thank you, baby.
Well, Coco,
people don't know when I'm doing the podcast, I'm usually in the kitchen. People think that we're in some kind of studio in Manhattan. No, we're sitting in our living room at home in Edgewater, and I'm usually doing the laundry because it's usually on a Sunday. Laundry, dishes, having my girl Toy over, chatting up with her. But they don't know I'm actually in the building at all times.
Well, you didn't have to tell them that either. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want them to think I got too big that I can't be on the podcast now.
Coco's in the background. I'm always telling her to be quiet and watch. The dogs are fighting or something. They tend to get crazy whenever we got guests over here. Mm-hmm. But we're very, very honored to have you on the podcast, because you got a few fans, Coco.
Thank you. It's a build-up. I was just saying on Twitter that I started modeling at 18 years old. So I'm almost 36, right? So that's what, 17 years?
17 years.
In the game.
In the game. And she got a lot of fans. And Ice's Coco just took it to another level. Yes. But she's, around. And, we had done the podcast for a year, Mick.
And we hadn't had Coco on it, man.
And
she's our second female we had. You know that, right?
Yeah, we had Roxanne Shante, and that blew up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, we have a lot of female listeners.
Oh, yeah.
So, it was only right. So, thing about me and Coco's relationship is that we both have our own thing we're doing. And, I'm not on her Twitter account, or we just try to do it separately, but occasionally we'll ask each other for help,
Okay.
So I said, hey, Coke, would you be down to do the podcast? Mm-hmm. This was not even a question, she was like, sure, just tell me when. Okay. So we just wanted to wait till the right time, and I guess it's the right time. So thank you, Coco. Thank you for being here, baby.
Coco.
Thanks, guys. Well, I'm glad to be here.
That's cool.
Sitting at my living room table.
All right.
No. I want to actually shout out to the women that follow me because men, of course, they follow me because of my modeling picture for so many years. But Ice Coco took it to a different level, and the females that follow me are like a new breed of females. And I think that when I say new breed is like, I think I'm like helping them develop their confidence about themselves. And they, you know, everybody knows Ice and I have been married for 14 years. A lot of women, majority, I would say 90% of women, 90 to 95, all want to be married and have their babies and dogs and the white picket fence, but they also want the sexiness and they want their bodies to look good. So I try to capture all of that in one box and help all my fans follow me, especially the girls.
Yeah, so we're going to get into it. Because I don't think anybody is born expecting to ever have fans or ever have anybody care about anything you say. And then all of a sudden, when you do have those people, you feel some kind of responsibility to kind of like give them the right answers.
You got to give them something.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Coco's doing her thing and she looks so great, so they want to know how does she keep herself looking like that.
Well, Mickey, you've been famous your whole life since you were
Hey, look, man. I can't help it. My Micktionary's doing good too, man.
The Micktionary. Where can they get the Micktionary, man?
At icetfinallevel.com. Just click on it. You'll see it. I mean, listen, man. Words you never heard.
Oh, wait a
before.
second. Is this a real thing?
Yeah, Mickey
Oh, I thought this was a joke.
Mickey has created a dictionary.
It's a Micktionary. Webster got one. Mick got one. Micktionary.
Yeah, who the fuck is Webster anyway?
I don't know. He played on a movie, man. TV show.
Well, you know what? At least it takes a lot of shit off of me, because for a long time, Ice always said to me that I made up my own words. To this day, I'm always making up words, and he makes fun of me. So now he makes fun of you. So I'm okay with it.
Coco got a little thing where Coco speaks backwards.
Okay, I'm a little dyslexic.
That's Ebonics.
Yeah, but I understand the lingo, and you know she can't help it. But she'll say the words in reverse. But because I understand the words, you know, I know what she's saying.
Well, I needed to send me a few of those and put in my Micktionary because
backwards speaking.
Hey, look, man, it's Ebonics. That Micktionary is getting big, y'all. I'm telling you.
It's all good as long. You know what? This is podcast number
29.
And we got Coco in the building. And this is news. What's going on in news, Coco?
Well, if people have been following me on Twitter, I've been really talking about the Edgewater fire. And since we live in Edgewater, it sucks. I really feel hardcore about these families because it's a mile from where we live. We actually saw the fire. We saw the smoke. It was burning for 2 days. I feel so bad for those families. It's a new section of Avalon of condos that live on, if anybody knows about River Road, it's right there on Avalon, and it's a new part of Avalon that just went up that was burnt down. And Ice and I didn't even know about the fire. It was burning for 6 hours, and people were calling from California saying, "Are you guys okay? We heard about the fire." This was national news, and we didn't even know about it.
We were at work. You know, we work at Chelsea Piers every day on Law and Order, so we're there working, and you know, all of a sudden we start getting these texts from our family members and friends. They like, "Are you okay?" Like, "Okay, what? With the fire?" So they go, you know, there's a big fire in Edgewater. Now, the first thing I think is that our house burnt down because, you know, we're a week away from moving into our house and everything is going up. But, you know, why are you calling me about the fire?
Well, it was pretty close.
No, but the first minute you get the call, like if somebody calls you, "Are you okay?" You start thinking about your kids. You start thinking, "Why are you asking me, am I okay?"
Exactly.
So by them asking me, "Am I okay?" I'm like, is it on the news that my house is burning down? Like, why are you asking me? They like, no, something is happening in your area. But it was we still were nervous until we actually pulled up and saw what was burning, which was about, like Coco say, about a mile. It's like a mile from where we live and a mile from where we're moving. And, it was terrible.
Yeah, it's real sad.
Yeah,
still to this day, I was at CVS just right when it happened, and there's this lady getting some, pharmaceutical drugs. You know, they're talking about how her home was burnt down. She was in the fire. She was talking to someone on the phone. And I was like, oh my God, someone right in front of me doesn't have a home. I feel so bad. But you just don't know what you can do. You don't want to start talking to that person and make their feelings hurt even more. So it's kind of like you just kind of just dead the issue, you know?
A lot of people, even though people should understand this, but people got to understand that there's two types of news. There's local news and there's national news.
That is national.
Local news is stuff that they talk about maybe in New Jersey or wherever you live, but no one else hears about it. In your town, it's like, wow, this is a big story, but it didn't make it. But when it breaks nationally, that's a story from wherever you live in Wichita, Kansas, and the whole country hears it. Mm-hmm. So a fire to go national, it's a big fire.
Hey, it burnt down the whole complex.
400 units.
That's unbelievable.
And so I guess that's our local news that we've made national. Right down the street from our house, there was a big fire. Now, what did they say the fire started?
Maintenance guy, a plumber.
But he feels bad.
Yeah, the plumber started it. Try to fix some plumbing and, started a fire. It was a big fire.
I mean, what the world is he doing around in electrical? He's supposed to be fixing water and pipes.
No, I think he had a torch and he was soldering.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
right.
Sorting, that's how they fuse the pipes together. But whenever you live in an apartment building or a big unit, it's different. Like if you have your house and you mess up, your house burns down. Yeah. Okay, but when you're in a big apartment building, it could be happening 20 units over, and then all of a sudden you didn't start no fire,
exactly,
but you're going to burn down with it. You get up out of the bed, run outside, and all your, I mean. There's not, hurricanes devastate like that. When you have those disasters, just wipe out pretty much everything you own. Mm-hmm. I don't even want to think about that.
Nah, I don't want to think about it like that. That was bad, though. That's terrible.
But thank God no one got hurt.
That's the most important.
Nobody got hurt, but devastation real close to the Final Level podcast, right down the street. If you saw it on the news, we was right down the street from it. And thank God nobody died. And that was news. Final Level podcast with my baby in the house on the podcast, Coco.
What's up?
Oh shit! What's up? That's funny. Coco says always people walk up to her and says, "Are you into hip hop? Are you into rap?" And she's like,
they always go. They go. Are you a rapper? I'm like, no. Do I look like a rapper? Seriously, honestly, just take a good look at me.
And, now Iggy Azalea's out there, so who knows?
Yeah. I mean, but could be a rapper.
No, but she's ghetto though. She's ghetto. She talks ghetto.
Oh
but,
shit!
But I'm not gonna. Look at what I'm saying. People assume that.
I think she went to the ghetto to try to learn how to be ghetto. I don't think she's really from the ghetto. I think she's from Australia. If you hang around Wu-Tang Clan long enough, you'll start talking like them. You know what I'm saying? Right. But anyway, we ain't here to diss nobody.
Okay. No, we're not. What I'm saying though is that my husband is obvious rapper, so they assume that I might be a rapper, and I'm nowhere close. Don't even ask me to rap because I'm just bad at it.
She's in the dance music.
No. She did a record called Shoe Freak.
But that's not rap. But it's not rapping.
That's club music.
That's club music.
And we did that for fun on the show, just to show you how easy it is to kind of make pop music. Just to play around with it.
But it was a hit, though.
It was a hit. It's still selling. It's still selling.
Came a little hit.
But we could talk about. We're going to go into your interview in a minute. Right now, this is sports. So what's going on right now, Coco? We know as far as sports go, you don't really watch sports that much, right?
No. I've always watched sports if we knew someone, though.
Okay.
So if we know, like, Revis, he's a good friend of ours, so we'll watch sports because we know a person.
New England Patriots.
That kind of is like with any team that we know. If there's a particular person, and we're like, oh, hey, there's so-and-so. But Super Bowl's coming up, and this will probably come on after Super Bowl.
Yeah, this will come on a couple weeks after the Super Bowl. So hopefully we had a nice party.
We'll have a nice party.
Mickey got drunk.
And I'm going to be the commentator of the whole thing. After it's over, y'all going to hear about it because I was the commentator. All right? I'm putting some of that in my Micktionary anyway.
No, what happens is with Super Bowl, I'm usually the house, wife. I turn into the winemaker. I open up, whatever. I make tacos.
You the sommelier?
I'm the sommelier, and I'm also the taco maker. Whatever you want me to make on that day, I'm going to do it. So.
Oh, yeah, the guy told me how to say it correctly the other day. He said it's a sommelier, like Somalia. A sommelier. A guy who actually did that for a living. So I said, well, Coco, you're a sommelier.
Are we sure about that?
That's what the guy, he went to school for it. And I said, well, how do you become a sommelier? He said he had to do all this testing and all these different things. And he had to be able to name wines blindfolded.
Oh, okay. That's what a wine taster is?
Well, that's what a sommelier is an expert on wines.
Okay.
So when you go to the restaurant, the guy, he knows every vintage. You're like a sommelier in hip hop.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely that.
You know all the different people.
Let everybody feel
But
good.
sports, I mean, Mickey, is there anything else going on in sports to talk about?
I mean, basically, at this point...
You spoke a little bit about Alex Rodriguez.
But the Super Bowl is over, and I'm going to let y'all know now that New England Patriots did win.
That's a guarantee.
They won, man.
He's speculating.
But again, baseball is on the rise. It's coming back. And this is very important to me. It's the New York Yankees. And my man, Alex Rodriguez, said he's going to be a better player and a better person on and off the field for the New York Yankees. So let's look for that pennant this year.
Now, so Alex is coming back from the suspension.
I mean, we might be sitting on the bench because we're still trying to get in the game. But at this point, Alex has spoken to the...
But I don't understand. Is he suspended or not?
We're supposed to be, but things can change. Things can change.
I once again, I think what they did to Alex Rodriguez is a big ass bullshit.
It was a mistake. They made a mistake. They should take it out on inflated footballs or something.
They use him as an example. I don't know how many people in professional sports are doing.
That's not doing
enhancing drugs and all that kind of stuff. I think they kind of did that to probably try to void his contract some kind of way. I bet money was at the bottom.
Yeah, definitely, but they couldn't get rid of it. So everything is working out in his behalf anyway. Let's say Alex Rodriguez, we look forward to winning that pennant this year at New York Yankees.
You know what I have been watching on sports?
What's that?
Is that this competition on CrossFit.
CrossFit.
Competing girls and men, and it's on a whole new level. You talk about final level, this is final level. They can do everything. They can do like
Have you ever seen that, Mickey?
500 squats, and then right after 500 squats they do 500 sit-ups, and then right after 500 sit-ups
that's a show you should be on.
Listen,
they're very inspiring. Every time I watch the show, I need to get into it.
Let me tell you about the CrossFit. Let me tell you about the CrossFit show. I watched it, the women compete. I'm in pretty good shape. I go to the gym. I do everything. I'm lifting weights. I'm throwing shit around. I can't do one thing that they're doing on this show. These chicks are doing crazy pull-ups, crazy. I mean, and with CrossFit, they switch up. They just give you a task. It's like, it's not like a regular workout. They just go, okay, in this CrossFit, you're going to be carrying a duffel bag that has 500 pounds in it or something crazy. And they do it. I mean, it's like the test to see who is the most fit. Period.
Right. And the strongest, too, because in CrossFit, you do a lot of lifting your own weight, your own body weight. So when you train in CrossFit, you're using, how much pounds you are.
You do that well.
Well, it's very inspiring. Like I said, like when I watch this, I'm like, oh my God, I want to be one of those girls. I want to be pressing that much weight. But a lot of people don't like the bodybuilding aspect, but I do. So when I watch them, that is sports right there. And that's something I'm really into. And I got to get back to that.
This chick is strong. Like we moving furniture, she's grabbing heavy stuff. The movers are like, hey, let me do it. She done snatched the shit out their hand, lifted this stuff. I'm like, this chick is strong, man. Just let her do it.
That sounds like my wife Toya. She moves everything and shovel all snow. When she finished shoveling, I didn't go out and said, honey, do you need some help? I'll wait till she finished, though.
You a bum. Coco does this stuff, and it's crazy, and people get bent out of shape. They like, well, she shouldn't be. I'm like, look, everything's a workout to you, right?
Yeah. Well, just recently, like I said, that we're moving from one place to another, and we got movers to move, but I'm doing it all, and the guys have kind of got upset that I was picking up boxes. And they were looking at Ice like weird, like, why are you going to let her do that? And I'm like, wait a second. I like it because I'm working out right now. I'm not going to be going to the gym today, so might as well just work out moving with you guys. I do not have a problem with that whatsoever. I want to be lifting and doing whatever. That's me. That has always been me.
She's getting prepared for the cross sports. That's what you're doing.
CrossFit. That's right.
CrossFit.
So that's what you like in sports right now. You're getting into CrossFit.
I love it. I'm tried my very first class that inspired me so much. I took a freaking class down the street, and it's called CrossFit.
You took that with Tretch's wife, right?
Yeah, Cicely. Cicely and I both tried it. We've never tried it before. She's been trying to get me to go to Orange Theory. It's a new thing popping up. A lot of cardio. So it happened to be closed because of the fire situation. Everything was closed on River Road except for CrossFit. So we decided to take this for the first time. And I'm telling you, I took that 3 days ago and I'm still sore at my butt. And I never hardly sore my butt because I do a lot of weights on the booty area and it's hard for me to get sore anymore. So I love it. I'm just telling people, if you want to like a full workout from head to toe, CrossFit is the biz.
I didn't even know she was doing it. What did I said earlier, that's something Coco probably would be trying to do. And she just said her and Cicely did a class in CrossFit.
That's hot. Toy, you're next. That's Mickey's wife. Yeah. She's next. Yeah. And that was sports. Hey, this is Final Level Podcast number 29 with Coco in the building, the world famous Coco, Mick Benzo. We lounging up here, and this is TV. Now, when I come home from work, we have a DVR. It's a TiVo. I say TiVo. People are like, I've got TiVo. I like TiVo because I like the little person that jumps around. It's easy to load. Okay, so we got that, and we have our own shows that we watch. So we get home, even though I might have to get up the next day at 6 o'clock, me and Coke kick it in the bed and watch TV. Now, I've heard a lot of people say, oh, you can't have a TV in the bedroom. It fucks with the love life. Let me tell you, if a TV can stop you from having sex, then you got a problem bigger than the motherfucking TV. This thing called an off switch.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Turn it up. But I like laying in the bed and watching my shows right before I go to sleep, and we have our own shows. But Coco, what's your favorite show you looking at right now?
It's funny because like I will watch like Drugs Incorporated, and then right after that I'll watch mine, and I'll be like Snap couples,
Snap Killer Couples.
Yeah, Snap Killer Couples.
Lord.
We have like a really weird like TiVo or DVR.
Now, I told people you watched Snap before, Coco. Explain to them what Snap Killer Couples is.
Okay, well, first it started with Snap, and then they went into another whole show called Snap Killer Couples. Now, these killer couples are killing up shit. I'm talking, it is so bizarre, and like your mouth is open the whole time. Like people, like usually it's a couple, of course, getting together, and they're so in love, and they love money and the power and all this good stuff, that they have to go into another level in their lovemaking life. So they have to start killing people and start having sex with people dead, and it's
necrophilia.
It's so freaky and weird that I'm kind of that person that likes weird stuff like that, and I just like to watch it. It's interesting stuff.
Crazy.
But the thing is, it's real. It's stories that are real. And I'm like, what? This couple really did that? And it's not just one or two couples. There's it's a whole season of couples.
She's been on like 5 years. It's a lot of
they got a real story there.
A lot of crazy people. And the thing of it is, with all my background, gangster this, gangster that, I have never been a homicidal maniac. Like I can play one on a record or talk crazy shit, but personally, truthfully, really, I've never had the desire to go kill somebody
and to make love to them.
Kill somebody that ain't done shit to me. Just pick a random person out and kill them for some type of a rush. That just doesn't click with me.
And that's basically what the show is all about. They want rush.
But when you're out at a club and the couple is looking at you, they could be thinking about, you think they want to have sex, they could be thinking about chopping your fucking head off.
Exactly.
They could be some crazy
and this
bad
is a real
people.
show, so this is not acting. This is actually real.
Listen, what channels come on?
I don't know.
Is it on Oxygen?
Yeah, but I don't know the physical channel.
Yeah, but it's Oxygen, and it's called Snap Killer Couples. This is an advanced version of Snap.
Right. Snap is only the females.
Right.
But Killer Couples is lovers.
Okay,
That's
what
crazy.
another show you watch?
Naked and Afraid.
There we go. Back on Naked and
I
Afraid.
like that one.
We done talked about that
Naked and Afraid. And I also like dating naked. I like everything naked.
You like naked?
I think it's fun. I think I know they have to go into, okay, they've done everything in the book. All right, let's just put people naked. Let's shop naked. Let's remake a house naked.
We talked about this with Cool Keith.
Okay, I didn't know that. So
That's
the
all right.
thing is, this is what I like to watch, and it's real fun.
Now,
They blur. They don't. You actually don't see.
Nah, it ain't about
full
nudity.
naked.
It's about foolishness.
Yeah.
I watch Naked and Afraid, but I can't watch Dating Naked. She knows I won't watch that. I just like Coco. I can't watch.
Well, I
Dating
watch
Naked.
Shark Tank. I check that out. I
Okay,
like that. I
well,
like
Damon
Shark
John
Tank.
is on that.
Yeah, I mean, when people come up with their little ideas and try to get them to come in funny, and boy, do they let them have it. They be letting them have it. They be telling them some of the product and the ideas you got are dumb. I'm like, yo, this is screw business. That's business there. See, that goes in my Micktionary. That's screw business.
I watch that show too, but they've got some great ideas. I'm like in awe when I watch that.
But the sharks will say, I got an idea. How much do you need? You need 100,000. I'll give you 50,000, and I want 97% of your company.
Wow, that's
Right.
screw business. That's a good show there, though.
Yeah, it is.
Shark Tank.
They'll take all your business and break it down to nothing. Damon John
Mr. Wonderful.
is on Shark Tank. He used to run FUBU.
Yeah.
He's a friend of mine, a really good dude, and he's a shrewd businessman. And
No, Mr. Wonderful is the shrewdest up there.
which one is Mr. Wonderful?
That's the older man.
Okay.
They call him Mr. Wonderful.
Don't they got Cuban on there? Mark Cuban on there too. He's a billionaire.
Yeah, yes.
Mark Cuban that owns the team, owns the basketball team. He's a motherfucker. We met him at the Indianapolis 500. We met Mark Cuban. Very cool, laid back dude.
That's a good show.
I think if I was a billionaire, I'd be very cool and laid back too. What you worrying about? And that was TV. And this Final Level Podcast, number 29.
With Coco in the building.
Coco's in the building. And
The original, the one and only Coco.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Damn
saying.
it.
And this is movies.
Oh, movies. This is something, Coco, and you go a lot, though. I don't go to movies as much as y'all do.
Why don't you take your wife to the movies, man?
It costs money.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I got TV.
There's not a dollar theater around you?
Oh, no.
That's where my mom goes. She goes to dollar theaters.
We got Showtime. We got HBO.
You hear this shit, Tori?
Well, my mom goes to the dollar theaters and she'll go all day. You pay for $1. $1.
I don't even know where a dollar
I don't think
theater
they
is
got that
anymore,
here.
Coco.
Okay.
Them
all right.
shits is $5
But I
theaters.
have something to say.
You thinking about your childhood, girl.
No, she still goes.
There ain't no dollar theaters out there.
Ask my mom.
It's a porn theater.
They
if that's
go
the case.
every single week. Every week. My mom needs to get online right now to tell you that.
Oh, shit.
But no, I've been so busy lately. There was a time that Ice and I would go every Sunday to see some movie because we love movies. We're movie freaks. And the last time I went to a movie was actually a month ago. I had Vanity Vixens going on and I was juggling that. So I had no time to go to movies. So I think the last time I saw a movie was Exodus.
Okay, yeah, we saw that together. Exodus. You heard about that movie? It's kind of like a movie it's biblical movie.
Right.
You got Christian Bale in there playing Moses. I love Christian Bale. Coco loves Christian Bale. He's just from The Machinist all the way. What did he play as a kid?
American Psycho.
Well, when you said you saw him as a kid, that's
Sun City. What did I say?
Sun City?
Wait, no, hold on. I gotta get this right.
It was a war movie, right?
Yeah, shoot. Empire of the Sun.
Empire of the Sun.
Yes, and I had a crush on him back then because he's my age, and I felt so bad because back then he played a 12-year-old kid, and that was my age.
Right.
I was yet that young, and he lost his parents in this movie, and I felt so bad for him. I wanted him to come live in my house because he lost his family in Empire of the Sun. So I was just like kind of dedicated to him after that. After a while, I just started noticing, okay, we're getting older, and he's an actor. He's not really
right. That was acting.
You fell in love with his character.
I fell in love with his character as a little girl. Yes.
And Christian Bale is just dope. He's done everything from Batman, but this time he played Moses, and it was a little strange. I think whenever you watch biblical movies and they try to put what happened in the Bible into a film, a lot of stuff in the Bible is kind of like magic.
Yeah, that doesn't work out.
It's kind of like magic. Yeah. So when you see the parting of the Red Sea on film,
it doesn't have.
It's kind of like
doesn't have the same effect from reading what it happened.
Well, because it's very hard to believe. You're just like, okay, and then there was two armies that went in the middle, and then they fought, and then the waves hit them, and then they both alive, and then you got all white Egyptians. Me and Coco.
Well, not all of them were white. After you saw the movie, the whole slaves. They were.
Well, no. So you got the white Egyptians, but the slave Egyptians were black.
Right.
So it's kind of like it's a twist on the story. It's Hollywood.
Well, it's a movie. They made it a movie.
Exactly.
That's all.
It was the special effects were decent, but the problem I always have with the biblical movies is trying to connect it to reality, and they sell a lot, but it was just an entertaining movie. I didn't hate it, but
no, we ain't gonna say hate it.
I like those times. I think I was reincarnated, and I was reincarnated several times, and that was one of my times.
You're in this ghost thing.
Yeah.
You've been reincarnated.
Yes. So I kind of like I'm on it. I'm touched by it differently. I'm like, oh man, I may have lived during that time. And it's very cool.
She's been reincarnated for real. That's what you got. This is her second time around at 36.
No, I probably had like 200 times around.
Yeah, she was a slave at one time.
See? No, serious.
But this is if I have a choice, is like the last time I want to come to Earth. If there is something, I think I've done it. I think this is the best you can get. I don't think if I come back, it will be any better.
Wow.
So I want to stop right here.
Yeah, because you could get reincarnated and come back and it's really fucked up.
Yeah.
Like you think it's fucked up now, and then you come back and it's really fucked up.
Yeah.
Right now it's in good zone.
Well,
But I want to speak on something because now I have a chance to speak on it since we're talking about movies. Okay, so I'm into this, the book series, Shades of Grey. Okay? Shades of Grey.
15 Shades of Grey.
So Ice has been hearing me talk about it because every time I'm on the plane, I'll read this book. Now, this book, can I just say, really bothers me. It just really bothers me because everybody's like, Shades of Grey, Shades of Grey, Shades of Grey. And I wanted to read this book and really love it. Because I want sexiness. I want the hot, steamy passion that everybody's freaking talking about. And when I'm reading this book, there's they use whips. Oh my God. That's the big freaky part. And I was like, really?
She was bored.
I'm bored through the whole thing. And I'm waiting. It's got me, man. It's got me because I'm in the middle of the book. I cannot finish the book now because I'm in the middle waiting for something better to happen. And so it makes me upset. It makes me eager to get to the freaking end. And the Anastasia, the main character, she bugs me too. She's very whiny and she's very problematic in her head. Mickey's wife sitting right next to me.
But she basically said it's overrated.
It's overrated. It's almost like Busy Bee. They set you up to read it, man.
But I wanted to like it so much.
Allow us to read something we want to like. Don't try to big it up so big where you give us a letdown. You just gave 15 Shades of Grey. That was a letdown.
But this book has sold millions and millions.
And everybody act like it's so dope. And it's not.
And look I'm on the freaking third book. I can't stop. I can't freaking stop.
Because you're waiting for some payoff.
Exactly. And now this movie comes out. 50 Shades of Grey. It's creeping out.
Coco, let me ask you a question about the book. Do you think the book is exciting to people that have boring sex lives? Do you think it's because you have an exciting life that
Exactly. I think it's, for those that don't maybe have lovers in their life, that want passion and they live through this book, I can understand that. But for someone like me that gets it all the time, I'm like waiting for something different that I've never read before. I'm waiting for that. And
you was waiting for like motherfuckers to fly up in the air in a gorilla suit.
Right.
And then, come back down and slip on a banana peel and the dick on the pussy. Like some super fuck. Put your pussy up on this ladder right quick. I'm going to swing across some trapeze and don't worry about the lighter fluid.
And and the big thing in the book.
It's not going to happen in that book.
Mr. Gray, the big honcho guy, the big thing is that he has this sex room, and in the sex room is like whips and chains and stuff.
He's in the S&S. He won't beat his woman.
There go Micktionary. Micktionary. S&S. S&S.
It's called S&M.
S&M.
S&S. S&S. That's for the Micktionary. S&S, not S&M, man. Come on, that's my dictionary I'm looking in.
But you know what? I'm going to tell you, even though that I've been waiting for this.
From now on, when Mickey says some word, I'll just yell out, Micktionary. Go ahead.
Wait, cut me off. Okay.
Oh, no, you're waiting on a payoff.
I'm waiting on a payoff, but I'm still going to go see that freaking movie because I want to see if it's better than the book. So I'm going to drag Ice to see this. He's been hearing about the characters. He's been hearing about me talk about this book. Now he knows about it. So we're going to see it.
I don't have a problem seeing it. I'll go see it. I mean, it seems like it could be interesting. I want to see, what women are so excited about as far as the book goes. If it's something that I'm not capable of, then I might have to add some of that shit to my repertoire. The only movie I wouldn't go see with Coco was the damn stripper movie. What was that shit? With the guy
Miracle Mike or something?
Oh,
Magic Mike?
Magic Mike.
Miracle Mike.
I told her, I said, ain't no motherfucking way you gonna catch me sitting in the motherfucking male stripper movie. You get all your girlfriends, you guys go together, enjoy it, have a good time, scream. Because I am not gonna be the one guy in the theater during Magic Mike.
Well, you'd be surprised. There were guys. And,
not straight guys.
But no, there's a cute little old couple, like 80 years old, and you could tell this lady dragged her man out, and he was having a good time. He was laughing. It was a comedy. Any guys out there that have been, that wanted to see Magic Mike, that lined up the day it came out. Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. Hit us about good luck.
I know what male strippers do. I understand the whole hustle. It's just not my idea of a nice afternoon going out watching, Magic Mike swing his dick around.
Hun. So we made it, Mickey, let me tell you. I made this a fun event, and I asked my family, my mom went with me, my sister, family, friends. We made it a big event, all girls, and we all wore like really cute little dresses, had martinis beforehand. We made a really cute girls' day out of it. And it was funny because the movie was a comedy, but at the same time they're trying to add a love story to it, and that's where it lost me. I'm like, do not add a love story to some strippers. It was just kind of like,
you see Magic Mike, don't lie.
Imagine that, bro. I'm telling you, I don't go to the movies. It's Showtime, HBO, and all that stuff.
Hey, so our movie segment was Exodus, but we still love Christian Bale. Everybody, Coco's waiting to say, what is it, 50 Shades of Grey?
50 Shades of Grey.
I said 15 Shades.
No, 50.
Right.
I told him I'm one shade of black. And then we got a flashback of Magic Mike, which, all the guys out there that went to see it.
You waiting for it to come on video to watch it in the house. Right?
Nigga,
I would definitely watch
screen.
Magic Mike though. It's
you gonna come home one day, I'll be watching Magic Mike by myself.
On a big screen.
You'll be sitting in front of the damn screen at home in your drawers and your shorts watching Magic Mike, nigga. Stop playing. And that was movies. Yo, this is Final Level Podcast with Ice-T, Mick Benzo,
and the one and only Coco.
Coco's in the building. Now, it's funny because me being a musician, Coco is always around a lot of music, dealing with studio, going on tour with us and stuff. Yes, she did do that incredible cameo, in the Body Count video. And you played the angry wife walking around in the Suicidal Tendencies video we did, Institutionalized, which you should go, if you haven't, go to YouTube and check that out. Just put in Body Count Institutionalized. Coco plays my wife, and she's fighting with me over playing Xbox. I told people that in that video, that's the only real scenario that's not real.
Like, we played out that character. Yeah, people really thought that was us. That
right, y'all not on the reality show. Don't throw shit.
Well, I've had people come at me and ask me what I'm eating. Everyone has had someone stand over their plate and say, "What are you eating?" That's not really fuck vegans. It's just fuck you, motherfucker, if you're worrying about what I'm eating. Let me eat. And, of course, everyone has had a customer service representative just drive you bad shit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's always a foreigner, too.
Yeah. But my part about me playing Xbox, Coco doesn't really have a problem with me playing Xbox, but a lot of guys do. I hear a lot of guys saying, man, my wife hates when I play my video game. So we acted that out. And that's what you do in music a lot of times is the problem might not be yours, but you, Mickey, could tell me something really going on in your life, and I can, Ice-T, become that person.
Right, you can act it out.
And sing for you. So we had to act out this scene where Coco was pissed at me and started telling me she watched Oprah. And we used to have a slang that we said, anytime you would come home and get broadsided by daytime TV, we call that getting Oprah. It don't matter if your wife was watching Jenny or any of the TV shows, if she was watching Ellen, it doesn't matter. If you come home from work and your wife is like, I saw on Ellen today that, you like, fuck Ellen, like, what the fuck? Why are you worrying about that? So the Oprah thing is just fuck daytime television. And Coco played this crazy wife that was trying to distract me. And everybody likes your
performance. And, can I say that when Ice has asked me to do every single from his cover, her CD covers to, singing in a song, we've never talk about it beforehand. He puts me on the spot every single time. He comes with the idea, oh, Coco, just play that part, to play that for. Oh, we need a singer, Coco, can you sing, get on the CD real fast? I mean, it's like, he puts me on the spot. So whenever you see me on Ice's stuff, that is on a whim.
It's not rehearsed?
It's not rehearsed.
I'm like, okay, we ain't got no girl, Coco.
Yeah.
I need a girl's voice, Coco. But
wasn't Coco in a rap video too, a song called Coco? What was that?
Oh no, that was that song is I'm in love with the Coco.
Yeah, let's explain that.
Explain
that because people kind of got that twisted. Now, Busta Rhymes has a artist called Genesis, and they did a song called I'm in love with the Coco, meaning cocaine, right?
Yeah, back this up too. Also, Busta and Coco share publicists. Soulji is Busta's publicist and Coco's assistant. So everybody that buys Cyclones, Coco remembers Soulji.
Right.
He's part of the crew. So we're connected to Busta Rhymes through business, and he's family.
And he's family too. So anyways, they have done this song in the past. They had already done the video, and it was more about cocaine. And they had to remix the song to play it on TV. So Busta calls saying, Coco, we need you in the video. And it would be more catered towards, well, not cocaine. It would be catered towards other things. So I said yes, of course, because he's family, and we did the remix. So people have to understand, if you see the actual original video,
we're not in that.
We're not in that one. We're in the remix. And that's the brand new one that just came out this month.
And what it was Busta was like, so many people were confused with the record. Is Genesis singing about Coco? Because Coco got a little fame. Right. He's singing about her? What's going on, And he said, this is a way to just, without saying anything, eliminate it. Like, you guys be in the video. It'll co-sign the video. It'll make it legitimate. And so I come in and I play some gangster that Genesis owes money. And then Coco kind of comes in, does a cameo, swirls around, and I point at her and say, I'm in love with the Coco too.
Okay.
And it's just cute. It's just something we did, and co-sign that video, and you know, and we do anything for Busta Rhymes. That's just the homie right there.
That's Busta Bus, baby.
That's Busta Bus.
Busta Bus.
But it's funny though, as we've been in the business for so long, I've been in the business for so long, you know, people are confused with Coco. They think, well, damn, she knows rap. Now, by the time she's been with me all this time, she understands hip hop.
Yeah.
She now knows. She knows I listen to mostly Mobb Deep and hardcore stuff. She knows what I don't like. But Coco is into dance music.
Okay.
Right.
Break it down, Coco.
Well, I mean, I was a dancer at a young age. I started dancing when I was 6 years old, and I continued it through my adult life. And I think that's why, I was chosen to do Peep Show in Vegas, and then Vanity Vixens in New York, because I have some dance have some dance behind me. Now, in order,
you got a lot behind you, baby.
No pun intended. Thanks, babe. But the thing is, in dance class, when you're growing up, you have to be able to listen to all genres, even country and classical, jazz, R&B, hip hop, but you don't just listen to one. But my favorite is dance music, because that's mostly what I did my whole life was in jazz, tap, and ballet. Like right now, my favorite song is Chandelier. It's been out for a while. But I love the video because it's a little girl like going crazy, like ballerina style, in this video, and it's so beautiful. But I'm totally opposite from what Ice is. Ice is hardcore. I'm so not hardcore.
One of her other favorite videos was Turned Down for What? That video.
Oh, that was Turned Down for What? And there's the
remake video with the remix with DJ
Snake. Yeah, DJ Snake. It is hilarious. Everybody has to go. And this is actually the one video I retweeted on Twitter. I never really, retweet videos. But this is so crazy because, like, their dicks are, like, moving and then they're, like, this big girl's boobs are moving, and then it's a play off their body parts. And I thought that was really funny, and it got me to watch.
Turn down for what?
Turn down for what? Now, question. You were also in the video with me with the Upon a Burning Body as we remade that song.
Yeah, that was a little cameo.
Yeah.
And that was organic too, because I wasn't even supposed to be in it. I just happened to be on the sidelines. And I was there for Ice, because Ice had done a small part for them. And they're like, Coco, get into it real quick. We want you in it. And so I said, what the heck? I'm like the token blonde girl.
She jumps in.
I'm the token. If you need blonde with big boobs, I'm the girl.
Well, it's funny you would say that though, but when she did Law and Order, as for you, they were like trying to find a part for her. This isn't music, but they were talking about it. So we need a girl, hopefully a blonde. We need a girl who's curvy. We need a girl with big boobs, like Coco's size, And they kept referring to Coco, and then they go, why don't we just ask Coco? Since you keep saying her name, and then she got the job and stuff. So, in our household, we go from hardcore music, which I do, whether it's hardcore rap, to then like Motown type stuff, laid back, smooth music, from Sade to Dramatics and Delphonics and Blue Magic. Then we go to EDM. We listen to lots of techno, club music and stuff when we drive. And then when we're in our car, we listen to chill a lot.
That's on satellite radio, right?
Yeah,
we listen to that because it's mostly instrumentals and it allows us to have our conversations. I really can't drive my car and listen to new hip hop because I don't really like listening to these niggas yelling at me, telling me about their money and shit. It confuses me with what I'm trying to do. Yeah. I'm trying to get some money, so I don't really need to hear you telling me what you got.
Yeah,
I don't. It's non-conducive to my thought process. Right, the moment I'm trying to get some money. So you over there just bought a watch, just went for house, and just spent this. I got money on the floor. Money. Spent that shit. I burnt that shit. I shot that bitch. I got that grip. I don't need that right now. I'm rolling. I'm trying to concentrate on my next hustle. So I keep chill on in the background. Distracts me from what the ism. You dig?
Right.
And that was music. Hey, this is podcast number 29 with the infamous Mick Benzo.
And the one and only Coco in the house.
And right now, I get to interview Coco.
Oh, shit. You going to interview Coco?
Yeah, I'm going to interview Coco. I mean, you know, there's a lot of things.
Maybe the audience don't know about, but you know.
Yeah, I know about it. And so let's just start it all the way. So no better place than to start it off at the beginning.
That would be fair.
And, you know, where were you born and where did you grow up real quick? Just give us a little outline of how it all
She's
started.
from LA, right?
Okay, well, I'm originally from Palos Verdes, California, and that's in Southern California, in 1979. And my family, both my mom and my dad met on Bonanza.
The television show Bonanza?
Yeah, at 14 years old. That's how they met. And they got married when they were 18. So they and this is how my sister and I found out that my parents were actors. They didn't tell us. They never even told us. We were actually, surfing through the TV, going through the channels, and up on the screen is my dad, as a 14-year-old. And we didn't even know it was him. And my sister and I were talking like, oh, that's funny. That looks like Dad. If he was a kid, that looks like him. And then my mom goes, oh, that is your dad. Just like that. Just nonchalant like that. So they never actually had a sit-down conversation with us. But they met there. And from there, my mom she was in soap operas. And a particular time, she was wearing lingerie. She was on a set, and she fainted. She collapsed. And they took her from an ambulance, took her to the hospital. In the hospital, they gave her a couple days to live. This is in LA. So my sister and I at the time were very, very young. So we grew up pretty much with our grandma, at an early age. So we were given our last goodbyes with our mom. So I would say this was around 11, 12 years old. And so we said our last goodbyes, but we didn't know this. My mom took all of the needles and everything out of her body and ripped them out and fled to Albuquerque, New Mexico. And we were getting a call from her like a couple weeks after saying we're moving to Albuquerque. We didn't even know she was alive at this point. We're moving to Albuquerque because I got to live with I got to work with a holistic doctor because LA doctors gave her only a couple days to live. So we had to move to Albuquerque to work with someone else. So
now, holistic doctor. I mean, what's it? They don't use medicine.
They don't. Yeah, they stay away from pharmaceutical drugs. And like my mom's case, she had a tumor the size of her fist, and they gave her a certain type of tea. The tea is nasty and disgusting, but it shrunk the cancer. Believe it or not. And she's living to this day, 30 years later, and here we are. She's live and well, but it was because of the holistic doctor. I don't really believe in it so much, but going through what my mom did, I kind of took that as a miracle, and that maybe you should listen to holistic doctors.
So you're dealing with the family stuff. Now you're growing up. So what did you think you were going to do with your life? What was your plan?
Well, ever since I picked up a Playboy that my grandpa had in the garage, and he collected old school Playboys. I mean, like Marilyn Monroe days.
Yeah, back in the day, people used to hold on to their Playboys.
Yeah, they're collector items.
You collect them.
Right. And he had a collector.
Or you might want to flash back and see some titties from the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he had them all set up and nice in the garage.
And they release stress. Release stress in the bathroom.
Hey, I'm a collector of fine pornography, so I think I'm going to need these.
Well, when I saw that, my sister and I were in the garage, and we weren't supposed to open up the book, but we opened up the book, and I looked at her, and I pointed to the centerfold, and I said, I am going to be one of these one day.
Okay.
That's what I knew I was going to do. See, at this time, I'm a tomboy.
Right.
To me, I'm not cute. I'm just a tomboy.
Black hair.
I have almost black hair. People, when they see me, like my real color is black hair. And I'm just a little shorty. I'm 5'2", but I played really good sports because I was athletic, and so I was popular with the guys because I always hung out with them.
You think so?
Well, but I wasn't popular with people. People probably thought, baby.
You think they just want to hold on to the play sports?
Speak on it, Mick. That's what you thought.
No.
That was with homie Cross under the what's his name? What was that joke? He was underneath the table.
Oh no, I don't know. I wasn't playing that game. Monsters reign. We just want to play sports. So come here, let me tackle
Come
you.
we gonna play stuff. I want to tackle you.
Okay, you guys finished?
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry, Coco.
So anyways, I was popular amongst, my group at school. But, when I say tomboy, I was a stylish tomboy. I mean, back in the day, I was wearing, do you remember the leggings under your skirt? Type
like Madonna.
Yeah. But I was wearing that as I was playing football.
And I would definitely want to be on the other team.
But, baby. So anyway, so as being this tomboy, I wanted to be one of those girls in the magazine.
But I got that. So now you decided you want to be the Playboy girl. Mm-hmm. But what were your first steps when you started to decide that you wanted to be, in front of the camera?
Well,
so to
I
speak?
like competing, and I think my first competition was I was in Beverly Hills Studios. It's a competition that they hold every year, and they take like new talent.
So that's back in Los Angeles.
Back in Los Angeles at 14 years. This is at 14 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I tried out for my first competition, and what you do is you go there and you compete. You read lines and you kind of audition, and they pick 5 people to go to their prestigious school, and it at this point to go to the school cost $10,000, and it was an acting commercial.
Well, you had that
acting.
right. You had that 10,000, right?
Hell no! Are you kidding? How you can have 14 years old? And you know what? I just wanted to compete because I felt like it would be fun to do that.
Did your mom have the 10 G's?
No. You have to understand the people that won was given a scholarship of $10,000 to go to their school. Mm-hmm. So this is what I was competing for.
Oh, to get that scholarship. So you didn't have to. I got you.
Yes. You're not listening. You're on Twitter right now.
No, I'm not.
Listen, it was a big thing because I was thinking, all right, I'll try out for this competition. Who knows? I might win this $10,000 to go to the school. Well, what do you know? They picked out the 5 kids, and the 5 kids was me. So I went to acting school, and I went there, and I thought that was like the biggest thing I could actually go through because there's no way in hell my parents had $10,000.
Big accomplishment.
And but at that time, I had to move to. I had to be full time with my mom in Albuquerque. Back to after I did the school, I had to move back. Now, in my class was Jessica Alba.
How about that?
Okay, so she was actually in my. And her name wasn't Jessica Alba. Her name was Jessica Brown. Mm-hmm. And we actually had they have a whole class on what you should change your name to become more exciting. And she had this conversation in class saying she's going to change it to Alba. That was her cousin's name.
How about that? A little inside trivia.
Yeah.
Now, do you think Jessica Alba would remember you from that class?
No, I don't, because we were children. So. We're 14 years old. I had dark hair at that time. I definitely didn't have this body back then. I had my.
Hey, Jessica out there, Coco was one of your classmates and stuff.
Yeah, she sat right next to me, girl.
How about that, Jessica? Well, she's dropping some jewels. She's saying Jessica Brown, and she's telling you that it was your cousin's name. So that was something she would have had to be there to know.
Exactly.
That's real talk. What made you move toward modeling?
Well, I never really wanted to act. I thought it was just something fun to do.
Okay.
I always just wanted to model, and I don't think you could really, really, truly model until you get to 18.
Okay.
So I kind of had to wait. So while I waited to get to 18, I acted, and I was in theater. And, I did a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Now, when I hit 18... I thought, what the hell? Let's try a fitness competition. Like I said, I'm really competitive. I love competitions. I love contests. I was in a contest every single week. It was enjoyment I got out of it. So I tried Miss Eugenia in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, where there's thousands of girls competing for this. And everybody would say, Coco, don't expect to win the first year you go, because they don't even look at the newbies. They don't even look at those people. You have to go there 4 years in a row for them to even see you. So I was like, no, I'm not expecting to win. I just want the experience. I want to check it out. So I go the first year. I did it. I won.
Wow.
You won.
Another
accomplishment.
accomplishment.
The fitness competition.
First year.
first year, so it kind of blew me away. So actually, a lot of things kind of just happened for me without really even trying hard. I was like, you know what? I should try a little harder at this, because I'm not really taking anything serious. So from my fitness, I started body modeling, erotic modeling, body modeling, lingerie modeling. I did Playboy. I did things that
the magazine or the mansion.
Well, I would do their parties.
Oh.
See, what happened was with Playboy, I auditioned for Playboy, and I got a letter in the mail 2 weeks later saying, we want you to come to New Year's Eve to meet Hef, because that's how they get you in. You meet Hef first before you start modeling or doing anything. They have to like you as a person.
Uh-huh.
So I started from there, and I worked for them, and that was all good. But really, I like the fact that you can bounce around and just do little modeling gigs here and there. You have to build your resume. All these girls come up to me and go, how do I model? Where do I go? And it's all about building your resume. You have to get a lot of pictures in the works. You have to show your work. You have to show your versatility and how you can go from one person to the next person. It's acting. I figure modeling is acting to me. And so from there, I started at 18, and when I met Ice at 22, I met him, and I wanted to kind of change my ways.
Now, people always want to know the story. They're like,
Right.
How did you and Coco meet? And it's a simple story. By her being a model, she was doing other things. She was doing, they have models show up on video shoots. They have models from film, different things. Get some models, get some pretty girls. And Coco has an agent, and she gets a gig to work on a video that one of my friends was doing for a film. It was a music video that was going to be connected to a theme song of a movie, a small independent film. So I went out there, once again, doing a favor for my buddy, especially, my buddy Ricky Ricardo, who is connected to MC, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
And he asked me to come out to do this thing. So, indirectly through MC, bam, 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 I met her. So I come out there, and I was in one of my modes. I was in some mode like, we've all been there. You're doing your friend a favor. It's not necessarily where you want to be.
Right, I'm just here.
I'm just here.
Here.
Yeah. So everybody knew that, but they were still glad I was there. And then my homies and I was doing it. But they was like, Ice is kind of like grumped out. And they saw Coco. So they like, Ice is a player. Ice put a girl that'll give him something to do. Yeah, that'll give him something to do.
Cheer him up.
So my boy goes and grabs her. She's in the bathroom. They grab her. Then they bring her to me. I'm sitting in this other room. They say, we want to introduce you to somebody. Now, me personally, I don't like being introduced to women, because now I feel accommodated to be nice to somebody that I might not be into, because they kind of set it up like that. I'd rather do my own fishing.
For sure.
Let me walk up to, I don't push people. Girls don't like it either, pushing guys up on you, So I turned around, and lo and behold, it's Coco. Now she's really close to me, so I'm like, I look at her teeth. Her teeth are perfect. Then my eyes open up, and I see she got these big ass titties. I'm like, God damn, like, what the fuck, right? But now my brain is like, okay, stereotypical white girl. She's going to have big titties, and she's going to be bone skinny, because I know girls get boob implants. So I'm like,
Especially when we're in California.
In California.
It's
Right.
bland that.
She turns
body
around,
type.
and I see the padow. I'm like, God damn, girl got ass. Like, I'm like, really? So in the words of Iceberg Slim, I fought to remain calm. Right? So I said, okay, cool. And I really was lost for words. And so I said, hi, da-da-da-da-da, and she walked off. And on the exit, I really understood how much I loved her.
I need to get her back.
So, she didn't really know who Ice-T was. She was just called, right? You were just called in.
Right. I mean, I had heard of your name, but, I didn't know what you've done. I didn't know who really Ice-T was.
She wasn't in that world.
Right.
She wasn't in that world, which was good with me, because you don't really want to catch a fan like Coco said earlier today about Christian Bale. they could be in love with the role you played and not you.
Exactly.
A fan likes, I liked you in New Jack City. Well, that was a role. That wasn't me.
Exactly.
So anyway, I decided I'm going to go try to talk to her again. I walked back over to her. I said, when I first saw you, I was kind of lost for words. You dropped dead gorgeous. I said, have you ever considered dating a gangster rapper? Now, the reason I use that opening line, because I had on a red snakeskin suit that day. I'm in a video mode, and I'm like, what else the fuck do you say?
You're not going to say you're a plumber or something.
Yeah, so she don't know. You didn't know what a gangster rapper was.
Well, I laughed because I thought all rappers were the same. I didn't know there was gangster rap and there was another kind of rap. Yeah, so I was like, gangster rap? Well, I said, okay, well, if you're nice.
And out of nowhere, I said, well, baby, you take the N off nice, you get ice.
Yes.
And she was like laughing. I'm like, God damn, where did that line come from?
Yes.
Sometimes players, we talk so fast, we just might say some fly shit. You didn't even know how the hell it happened, right?
So I thought, I was like, did you use that before? Because then it came out too easy.
Nobody ever gave me the lead in nice. So she said that, and then once she started laughing, it was like the green light. So I was like, first thing I did was qualify the customer. I'm like, yo, are you with your man? Are you married? Is it okay if I conversate with you? She said, yeah. And I said, no, it's okay if I flirt with you, And I always tell dudes, the word flirt, it's a great opening line for women. It's not offensive. It gets to the point. It lets them know what you're about. Guys like, let me buy you a drink. Let me do this. I can get you in a video. That's all bullshit. And women don't like that. Just because a woman knows whether she wants to fuck with you probably within the first 3 minutes. She'll know whether. So just get to the point. I'm trying to flirt. Yeah, she could have said no. It's not okay. I'm with my man or whatever. But she said yeah.
But the line work. Everybody, when we say that story, everybody's like, "That's kind of cheesy." I'm like, no, but that's my personality. I think cheesy's funny.
It's cheesy if anybody else says it. It's cheesy if anybody else had said it, but Ice-T with a red snakeskin pimp suit on at the time.
Yes. Right. And that's what I was attracted to first. I love that suit he was wearing.
The outfit.
Yeah, because I'm kind of a flamboyant chick too, and when I saw his outfit, I was like, well, whoever Ice-T is, okay, that's one thing, but I like his suit. And then I have to say after that, when he qualified, when he says he qualified.
Well, that's
your term?
That's a sales term. Like when you're selling something, you qualify the customer. You find out, are you buying today? Are you interested in it? So I went to a sales course when I was a kid, to learn how to sell car stereos.
Right.
And that's what you do. Don't waste any time on somebody who's not buying today or they're not in it. You find out. So I'm going to find out really quickly if it's even worth me trying to mac. Are you married? Yes, and he's here. Okay,
that's a no-no.
That's it. So I'm like, okay, can I talk to you? That's what qualifying.
So he did, and then after he did, I think to keep my attention, he started with his magic tricks. He started taking out quarters out and showing how he can the quarters disappear. And I have to say, he is great with his hands.
I basically, you give me a green light and say it's okay. Now my job is to be charming. I'm going to do jokes. I'm going to try to win you over. When a girl gives you that laugh and says, go, she's saying you have a potential at getting some action. You now fuck it up, dude. Let me see you fuck it up.
Exactly.
So we ended up talking. Next thing you know, we exchanged numbers. Those were best back in the day of the two-way pagers. I got her a two-way pager, a little Motorola pager.
Yep.
I came back to New York. And we started to talk back and forth, and within a week or so...
that's how we dated, was through the two ways.
For about a week and a half, and then she said, I'm coming to New York. Now, the beauty of this story is, when you were coming to New York, guess who was staying at my house?
Mick and Toya.
Mickey had just come from Virginia, and I convinced Mick, come back to New York. This is where you're supposed to be. Come to New York. I'll help you get started. You could stay at my house. I had a 1-bedroom apartment, and y'all could stay with me until you get on your feet, and let's get it going.
Yep.
So Mickey was laying with me, and in comes Coco from New York.
Yes. And
to New York from Arizona.
Yeah, because at the time, I bounced around all my life. I'm from California to New Mexico, from New Mexico to Arizona. I really like it in Arizona. And I was living in Arizona. I had to be close to California because that's where I did auditions.
Right.
That's close enough to not live in California but still work in California. And when he just got on Law and Order, that was back when he was on, 2 seasons?
Yeah, about second season.
Yeah. And I came out to New York, and I literally moved within a couple months.
Yeah, within a month. It was funny though. I'll never forget the story that you were over the house and you start cleaning up my fucking house. Like you were cleaning my house, and Mickey was sitting there, and you got the vacuum out and all that. And this is like you'd only been around a minute. And so I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I look at Mickey. He goes, "She wants you, dog." She wants you. Like, regardless of whether you want her, she wants you. And that's when we came up with the game that says when a woman wants you, she will move on you domestically.
Right.
A female that wants you, a girl that don't like you ain't doing shit domestic. She ain't cooking nothing. She ain't cleaning nothing. She just wants to go out to eat and then drop her
your money and drop me off.
But when a girl likes you, she gonna pull out that fucking vacuum and start moving shit around your crib.
Chores. Let it know I'm clean, baby.
Oh shit! And I was like, wow. So anyway, long story short, you and I got together. Everything was going good, and you're a model. You're a model. So now
when I transitioned to New York, I needed to make a decision. Was I going to continue modeling, or was I going to become a businesswoman for Ice? And I really felt like that's where my heart was. I am a businesswoman, through thick and thin. I think throughout my whole life, even being a model, you can still be a businesswoman.
That's right.
So I actually put my modeling career on the back burner.
For 6 years.
For 6 years. People, they don't realize this, but I just became his wife. His wife. I wanted to become the businesswoman. I was his assistant. I was like his right-hand girl, right? So it was not until 27 years old, this was from 22 to 27. I was like, I'm kind of nearing 30 years old. I still have the body right now. Why not I just do this last part of modeling and see what I could do with it? And that's when I went to calendars. My calendars boomed. I did that first calendar.
Yeah, when she came at me, she said, "Ice, I'm ready. I want to do some more modeling." And I'm like, "Okay, I have no problem with that. What do you want to do?" So we had cars. I've always been a car guy. So we had all these cars. I say, nothing people, guys especially, like more than cars and girls. So let's do a car calendar and you model on them. So at the time, I had about 6 cars. We needed 6 more cars. I have friends with hot cars. And we went around and we shot most of the calendar with our cars and the rest with my boy Alan in Vegas.
Yeah.
Popped up some cars, 702 motoring. And we got our calendar, and the calendar blew.
Now, I think it's because I had a little popularity because they knew I was Ice's wife. But I think the fact that I've built up that character for so long, when I finally did go back to modeling, they were like, "Oh, this is what she really does." And it that calendar really set me off, honestly. I bought my house with calendar. That one, I know it sounds strange,
but
that
she bought a house in Arizona.
One calendar is what set me off. It was spread out the jail systems. I know that sounds funny, but I'm pretty popular in the jail systems. Thank you very much, guys.
Appreciate it.
Shout out to my dudes. So, but no, the thing is, after that, I did one calendar. I think I did 6 calendars after that. I've had 8 different websites, my own official website.
Well, you know what it was?
I've designed them all.
When Coco got in the game and when she decided I want to get back into the game, I already told Coco, I said, I can't be your manager. That's too much work. I said, but I'll be your consultant. I got a lot of knowledge in this game, and you see guys sit around and wait to ask me questions. If you have something you don't know, just ask me. I'll give you my opinion. I'm not going to push you unless I see you do something terribly wrong. I said, if you want to do these calendars and all this shit, do it like an independent record label. Own your pictures. You're not broke. You don't need to work with a photographer and have him own your pictures.
Right.
You hire him. So she would pay $1,000 to a photographer, own all the pictures, and control the images. And she bought her own website, right? And people like, oh, Ice got money. No. I gave her a little seed money early in the game just to get her started. She reinvested every dime she had back into her websites over and over again, because I know how important it is for someone to have their own accolades. You don't want to be given everything. You need to win so you can have your self-value. So Coco, after the beginning, couple grand or whatever, she basically has done this all by herself. And I ain't taking them damn pictures. I mean, I don't look good in a bathing suit. She had to work out and bust her ass.
And then they also say, like, I was an internet sensation. And I think that's funny to hear when I hear it. But it's the truth in a way, because this is when the internet was just going up. It was just like, there was no social media other than MySpace, which was like the beginning.
Right.
And so I had 10,000 pictures in the world, in the internet right now, floating around.
Or more.
So, yeah, this is 10,000.
And you know who else? At the time, there was a girl named Cindy Margolis. And she was supposed to be the #1 girl on the internet. So, of course, like we say, take advice from people you admire. So we went to her site, and I looked at it, and I'm like, you know what it is? She's giving the pictures away free. She's giving all this away free, so that's causing it to flood the internet. It's, she got something on there you can buy, but most of the pictures are free.
Right.
So what Coco did was just put her pictures out there for free.
Just take them.
Just take them, but it has my logo on them.
Right.
And let's just get it all over the place. And also, there's an elephant in the room. We got to talk about it. Coco had a big butt for a white girl, and it was rare. They hadn't really seen a white girl with a nice big brown butt. I mean, there were no famous girls at the time.
And then I have to say, though, when on that same subject, honey, I was trying to cover up my hips for so long because I was considered fat in California. Like he just said, the typical body type in California is a blonde girls with big boobs and no body. And that's what they want. That's what they want. But I could never have that, because no matter how much I would diet, no matter how much I would do stuff, I could never get rid of my thighs or my butt.
Couldn't hide it.
I couldn't hide it. So I'd always cover it up so I can mesh in with the girls in California. So when I got with Ice, he's really the one that I give credit to, because he's the one that pushed me and said, don't hide behind.
Because black men love ass. Black men love
like
booty.
Coco, show that ass. Put them jeans on and show that ass.
Shake what your mama gave you, girl. So I was like, wait a minute. I'll never forget. I was like, wait a minute. Your butt, she said, oh, if you like my ass, all I gotta do is eat. It'll grow. I'm like, eat, bitch. I start feeding macaroni and cheese and mashed potatoes.
My body,
her butt grew from like, what will you say? It was like,
I think it was like 39 before.
Or maybe even smaller.
Yeah.
38. And that shit just grew. Now that shit, she just
43.
Yes, 43. And she just gave away a bunch of clothes. The motherfucker's like, it has its own mind. The motherfucker.
It has its own mind, and I'm on a. And between eating and going to the gym and building muscle, you can get a big butt.
But you got a fitness thing out too, right? So you got a fitness app?
Yeah.
I came up with my fitness app last year called Coco's Workout World. And yes, it's just on Apple products at the time. I'm working for Droids. Believe me, everybody's asking me about this, but I'm pushing for it.
Fitness app.
But if you go to search on iTunes, Coco's Workout World, I pop up, and I'm actually featured this month as a health and fitness in iTunes right now. Like I'm right next to Julian Michaels, baby.
Yeah.
Okay,
but we got to give a shout out. We got to give a shout out to all the urban magazines. We call it butt modeling magazines. All the Kings, all the different Smooth King. We were in Don Diva. Coco said, my man's from the hood. Y'all came to me first. All the black magazines came to her first and gave her crazy love.
Like K-Slay?
Yes.
all K-Slay, she did K-Slay's magazine too, and they broke her, and they showed her a lot of love.
They did.
And then, listen to this, after she did 50 covers, right, of all kinds of urban magazines, Playboy came back.
Yes.
And Playboy, all of a sudden now, when she first worked with Playboy, she wasn't in the magazine. They come back with a check.
Mm-hmm.
And she did Playboy. What month did you Playboy?
In March 2008, I think, of March. But they want me to play like the housewife from New York. Now, if you open up a Playboy, it's very California vibe. It's very glamorous. It's not really East Coast vibe at all. Mm-hmm. I know that sounds weird, but we did the grimy like photo shoot. You saw me in a subway. you saw me underneath the Brooklyn Bridge. Like we did spots in New York where you definitely could tell we were on the East Coast. They never do that in Playboy.
So she basically does Playboy now, and then everything is now starting to happen for Coco. The internet's on fire. She's in the magazines. She's all over the place, and
I need to give love to, because I have like
give love
because this is my chance to thank everybody. I have like over 8 million followers on Facebook, and I appreciate every one of them. It's just such a blessing to go there, and that's why I try to talk to people. I can talk to everybody, but I try to answer some questions. That's why, if you ask me a question, I'll try to answer it back. Because I try to give love back. That's the one thing I can do to you. I try to give out free pictures like Ice says, but there's also some things that I'm doing that I try to help women nowadays. Now people are coming to me, hey Coco, how can I have this body? Okay, well girl, I got a fitness app. I kind of just do whatever comes into the program, like whatever is laid on my lap.
And I'm gonna say something, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but Coco being my assistant and being by my side for 6 years before she really came back in the game, she got a good chance to see how I treat people, and I didn't just treat people a certain way. I explained to her, you gotta love these people, and I'm so proud because I watch Coco with the same respect and attitude. You know how I am, Mickey. That's how we work with people, because I'm like, these people are important to you. They make or break you, and people don't have to like you.
No, they don't.
They don't have to like you. And one of the things that happened with Coco was the big thing. There was a while where everybody, her butt is fake. And I had to tell Coco, I'm like, you got to take that as a compliment. You have to take it as a compliment. It's unbelievable. It's like it's super natural, right? But now girls are getting butt implants and stuff like that. When Coco broke on the scene, that wasn't even a possibility.
It's just breast implants. So
hunky,
not hunky.
And she's been very honest. She said, "Yeah, I got boob implants at 18."
Tell you what's real,
But this mashed potatoes and gravy. This is
collard greens, baby. That's
Sylvia.
She needed Sylvia,
and she went as far as going on the doctors on TV
and letting them. Yeah, I seen that
sonograph the shit.
Yeah.
So she did, but after she did that, you did something in Vegas called a peep show at Planet Hollywood, right?
It has been rolling. That's why I said I want to thank everybody from it, because I did Ice Loves Coco. Right after that, I went to Peep Show.
3 seasons of Ice Loves Coco.
3 seasons of Ice Loves Coco. Peep Show, which was the show at Planet Hollywood, 10 months.
Damn, almost a year in Vegas.
Yeah, they kept on renewing the contract. And I came back to New York, and that's when I started Vanity Vixens, which is
Vanity
similar.
Vixen, though, for the audience who don't know.
Yeah, Vanity Vixens is a new show that I'm doing, an off-Broadway show out here in New York. And it's similar to Peep Show, which, when I say similar, it means burlesque. And, out there in Peep Show, it was an amazing show with great talent, great dancers, great singers, comedy, everything. So we brought that out to New York because New York does not have a show like that. New York has a lot of Broadway shows like Wicked, Lion King, all that good stuff, but they do not have a burlesque show.
Now, who helped you create this show?
The Vanity Vixen.
Yes. Okay. So Kellen Stanton from Lion King, he is the dance coach for Lion King right now.
He played on Lion King?
He's
Lion
the dance coach
Wow.
for Lion King. Yes. This is his baby. He started this show, Vanity Vixens, in Vegas. And when he got the call to do Lion King, he had to stop his show and move to New York. So he brought the show to New York. And the girl that was with me, she's also a dance coach for Peep Show. She called me up, since they know each other, and said, Coco, will you be interested in, being in Vanity Vixens? And I said, I'm not sure. What is it? So I went to the auditions. I saw the auditions, and I fell in love. The dancers are amazing. You have to think, I'm in New York. This is the home of the great dancers. This is where dancers come from Sweden to Australia to everywhere. They want to live here in New York to be a part of a show. And you're going to get the best of the best here in New York. And what do you know? Vanity Vixens came alive. So we've had a couple shows. We just had the last one at Gramercy Theater in New York on New Year's Eve. And it was great.
It was crazy.
It was crazy. We just have to find the right theater for it right now. People are saying, when's the next show? When's the next show? But this show is a very intimate show. It doesn't go in a huge theater. And it's hard. It's weird to say you're in New York, but it's hard to find a theater for our show.
So that we're looking for a theater for Vanity Vixens. We're looking for somebody so we can get that on Broadway on a regular basis. You got a lot of other things. Just really quickly break down all your different businesses you got happening right now.
Okay, well, if I'm missing anything, everybody check out cocosworld.com.
Cocosworld.com, that's the hub.
That's the hub of everything you might be missing. And this past year, like we were talking about, Coco's Workout World came out where
where you can get that. You can get that on iTunes.
You can get iTunes. Then I came out with pleasure products. Yes.
Coco's wait a minute. Pleasure product. What the fuck are you talking about? I always don't know what that is. What is that?
Pleasure products are basically sex toys. I like to just, buff it out with pleasure products. I like that word better. But yeah, so it's through California Exotics. It's the biggest factory in the world that makes sex toys. And I have my own line called Coco Licious. And you can take, you could go to the store and get it, go to adult store, or you can also go online and buy my products. Girls, you're going to love it because I'm about to come out with my second collection. My first collection was anything you can conceal in your purse. It's very fun and glittery and sparkly, and girls are going to want. If you've ever tried a sex toy, you got to give my toys a shot because it's really fun, and I think you'd be thinking twice about it. My second collection is about to come out, and that's all about lotions, and massage candles and a lot of good stuff. I can't speak a lot, but it's for 2015. Ice and I have got some big projects in the works.
Well, you're forgetting your clothing line.
Yeah, but I was going to say big projects in the works, so I can't talk about it. A lot of stuff. But you
got your app, you got your pleasure products, you got your clothing line. You got your Broadway show that you're trying to jump off. And then you got a lot of secret projects that me and you got that we can't really talk about right now.
A lot of juiciness coming up.
I
can't wait to tell you guys.
And the reason in this business you don't talk because you will jinx your shit is you come out and you talk about something that's supposed to happen, you almost guarantee it won't happen. So just stay in tune this year, 2015.
Oh, wait, one more thing. I have to say this every time I'm on the radio of some sort, is that I have a blog called the Coco Blog. And girls love it because I talk about fitness and makeup and hair and nails and guys like to watch it too, but at the same time, they like the pictures, of course. I do shoe giveaways. And I think really it's like an interactive site where, if you wear a size 6, then I give out shoes to my fans because everybody knows I'm a shoe freak. Mickey talked about me having a song called
we're gonna
Shoe
play
Freak.
That, boy. I like that record.
Yeah, we got to play that song.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
And
Shoe
then,
freak. Shoe
but
freak.
the people that are interested, since I talk about shoes so much, I love to give away personal items of mine. So that's the only reason why I do it. So go check that out. Go to the blog, see what I'm all about, because that will really you'll a fine tune of who Coco really is.
And that's the Coco blog.
But I saw, Coco, didn't you have a stream one time? You were talking to the people? Did you have a stream?
Yeah, that's called a Spreecast. I like to do those because it's like this. I'm a podcast. I'm talking to you all, and we're doing an interview. But Spreecast, I'm actually in front of people on their computer, and they pop up video wise, and I talk to them. So we see.
Where they can see that at, or where can they hear it?
She does those. She does them randomly.
Yeah, I do them randomly.
Just randomly, not every week.
But I'm going to try to do it on a monthly base because it does. You can hear me talk.
Interact with your audience.
And exactly. Yeah. I really like to interact with them too.
Coco, you got a lot going on. When you find time for iced tea, goddamn. Nah, it's all good.
Wait a second, but I do this. All under Ice's dressing room because I get up in the morning every single day.
Not under my dressing room.
Well, I'm sorry. Every single day I get up in the morning, 5:00, and we go to the set. And in the dressing room, I post my office up, and I'm with him all day long. So I never am away from Ice. So he sees me do all of this under him.
Yeah, because the internet is so easy. She can carry the laptop. She'll set up anywhere. If I'm in a recording studio, she'll set that laptop up, and that's the office.
It's called her virtual office, brother.
And this chick works. This chick works constantly, and what we basically have decided is, like, at night, like I say, we go to radio silence. We say, okay, it's 8:00, 9:00. Computers are off. Nobody's bleeding, so we don't need to be answering the phones. And we have our little time where we watch our little television and stuff, and then we do it the next day. And then usually on Sundays, we're either doing a podcast or we're just taking a little time alone.
Or watching Super Bowl last week,
Yeah, but you know what, Coco?
What?
Why don't we play that song? Since Mickey wants to hear it.
Got the place shoot free.
If you hear the song, let me tell you.
Break it down.
Don't take it personal. This is supposed to be a funny, sit back and laugh at it.
Why did we do this song to begin with? Explain it. Let me explain it. When we were doing Ice Loves Coco, we had a segment where we were talking about pop music, and I was telling Coco, I'm like, you know what? Pop music right now is kind of like cookie cutter. It's easy to do. I know enough guys. You just any idea you want. So I got with Kenny Dope, one of the greatest, producers of music, dance music, house music, and he gave us a track. And I told Coco, make a song about anything you like.
And I said shoes.
And she said shoes. And we got the guy that used to work on Law and Order, Brian Badi,
which is a friend of ours,
and a flaming queen.
That's my dude, man.
Brian comes in and he plays Coco's stylist on the record, and it's meant to be funny. And we've sold a lot of these damn records.
You know what? And I'm thinking about actually doing a funny video to it because you're supposed to laugh at it.
Right after this podcast, After this podcast.
Only reason why I mentioned that to you because some people really took it like I was trying hard, like I was really trying to be like a singer, and I'm like, no, this is funny. This was something that I just did to prove a point.
Yeah, but it's something fun, and I think every woman needs this on her iPod just so she could, fantasize about shoes. This is Coco, and this is Shoe Freak.
What do you want for Christmas?
Shoes.
Valentine's Day?
Shoes.
Birthday?
Shoes.
What do you want for breakfast?
Shoes.
Shoe free. Shoe free. Shoe free. I'm a shoe free.
Listen, all I know is that I have a photo shoot coming up and I have to have the correct shoes. None of this 4-inch heel bullshit, okay? None of these bum-ass stylists are doing the correct job. What part of stiletto did he not understand? I need high-ass heels, damn it.
Jimmy Choo, Yves Saint Laurent, Giuseppe, Gucci, Christian Louboutin, Prada, Valentino, Alexander McQueen, Dior, Ferragamo, Dolce Gabbana, Miu Miu, Brian Atwood, Sergio Rossi, Fendi, Louis Vuitton, Lorenzi.
free. I'm a shoe free.
Jewel encrusted strappy heels. Ostrich thigh high boots. Python pumps. Oh my god. Steel spiked animal print stilettos. Oh, oh, oh. Oh my god.
Ooh, honey, I got all these fabulous shoes. I pulled them straight from the designer showrooms exclusively just for you. They're too fabulous for even Vogue, honey, in a fabulous size 9.
A size 9? I wear a size 6, bitch. Are you crazy?
I love my shoes. I love my shoes. I love my shoes. I wanna fuck 'em. Jimmy Choo, Yves Saint Laurent, Giuseppe, Gucci, Christian Louboutin, Prada, Valentino, Alexander McQueen, Dior, Ferragamo, Dolce Gabbana, Miu Miu, Brian Atwood, Sergio Rossi, Fendi, Louis Vuitton, Lorenzi, patent leather, bondage boots, exotic reptile designer platforms, peep toe, ankle straps, suede demi boots. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, you better work, bitch. You ain't walking, girl. You better walk in them heels, honey. Serve the girls. Let them have it, honey. Stop. You better work, bitch. Girl, you are hurting my feelings right now. I wish I was you. You walking like you barefoot, girl, in them 6-inch heels. Work it, honey. Make all the hoes hate you. Hate you. Flaps.
I don't think so.
Flaps.
I don't think so.
Flaps.
I don't think so.
Honey. Flaps.
I don't think so.
Flaps.
I don't think so.
Flaps.
I don't think so. I love my shoes. I love my shoes. I love my shoes. Shoe freak.
Hey, Coco, that was dope. That was
I
dope.
appreciated that. That was hard. That was yo. Wait a minute. I gotta play that song again, man. I'm gonna download it and I'm gonna play it at home because that was hot to me.
Flaps?
That was hot.
I don't think so. But you know, you got a sense of humor and you're a good sport. That was once again an Ice idea, and you just roll with it. It wasn't like Coco was like, Ice, I want to make a record. Ice, I want a record. I said, no, Coco, I want to make a record just to show people how easy it is to make a record, and she did it. Well, baby, that was a good interview.
Thanks.
Are you ready to ride the rest of this podcast out with us?
Okay, what's next?
Let's go. Okay, welcome to Final Level Podcast number 29 with Coco. And this is one of the favorite segments of the show. It's called I'm Not a Hater,
But I hate shit.
You know what I hate, Coco?
What do you hate?
I hate people that want to correct your spelling on the internet. When you are on Twitter or whatever and they got the time to fucking correct your spelling.
That's because they looking at a dictionary. They can't spell it fucking way.
I mean, look, how many you had 120 characters.
Yeah.
You're usually typing with one fucking hand. You're trying to get your message out there, and they call them what do they call them? They call them spelling Nazis.
I don't even care when I spell something wrong on a cell phone or on a Twitter. You know what? Because it's very little letters.
People know what you mean. So why? I mean,
exactly.
the thing is, like,
did they ever do that to you, Coco?
Well, I mean, if you went on my Twitter last week, that's what we were talking about.
Really?
Yeah.
What did they say?
Well, the thing is, like, I made a comment, and I think I said something like, "I hate when people correct your grammar," and it's like, and it's frustrating because most of the time your phone does auto checks. It does its own thing. It has its own brain, so you don't even know when you did something wrong.
Too, exactly.
Yeah, your phone will spell it wrong. So, but the thing is, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Why do you got to come in and correct me?
It's a chance to correct you. Anytime they get a chance to correct you, I block them.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you know what I'm trying to say? I don't need you to. The other day I wrote something and they were like, no, it's not 2, it's 2 with 2 O's. I'm like,
all right, grammar teacher, get offline.
Get the fuck out of here. That shit is ridiculous. It's like, really, you know, and how
are you going to express yourself? And it's really 140 characters. How are you going to express yourself in that little amount of, like...
Well, you just corrected me now. I know, I just corrected.
You're blocked.
You're not going to block me.
Yeah.
So, no, the thing is, like, that doesn't give you a lot. 140 characters is not a lot of space. So you have to become cute with your phrases. You have to say you, like, with the letter U.
With the U only.
Yes, you have to shorten things
up.
Oh,
you might be using the Micktionary, and then...
Yeah, that's good. That's what it is, baby, because we don't care. You don't need Webster's dictionary.
It's just a matter of getting the point across on Twitter, and those people that really feel the need to correct spelling or correct grammar, I mean, maybe in their brain it makes them feel superior for that moment. Like, I'm smarter than you, you know, J-Lo, I can talk better than you, or, you know, whoever they're correcting at the time. It's such bullshit. It's such petty shit.
You know what's so funny? Most of the people that actually write on Twitter and Facebook, they do a lot of fucking spell check. I don't need to spell check. I spelled it, and that's what I said. That's all. You know what I mean?
You know, so if you ever decide to correct somebody's grammar or somebody's spelling on Twitter or Facebook, you're fucking asshole. And, you know, just like in the illustrious words of Ice-T, go eat a hot bowl of dicks
and
next
you will
time.
Be blocked.
Think about it. It's just stupid. It doesn't provide anyone any help. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've had people that if I might have spelt the word wrong, they might just tweet it back to me, the word. Like, in a way, like trying to help you, like, it's a mistake. I'm not mad at that. I'm mad at the people that go all the way to try to tell you don't know how to talk or some bullshit like that. It's like, just let it ride. If you understood the statement, let it ride. This shit is Twitter. It's on the timeline. It's going to be gone. This is not being written in the fucking, you know, Library of Congress or some shit. You know, Moses isn't going to pull it out and write it into some tablets wrong. This is some bullshit. Get over it. I'm not a hater, but I hate
shit.
And I hate spelling Nazis. Okay. Coco, you ready to go to the phone line?
Okay.
Yo, what's up? This is Ice-T and Coco and Mick Benzo. Who's on the line?
My name's Blossom. I'm calling from Colorado. I really want to talk to Coco because I look at her toys all the time, and I kind of had a suggestion, like coming from because I'm a lesbian, so coming from the lesbian community, we always look at your toys. So I was wondering, maybe if you can go to make some strap-ons or like some for us, you know, design some. You know, we always buy your toys, look at your shop. So me and my girlfriend were like, dude, Coco should make some strap-ons.
Oh, you're talking about my toys. Okay, Coco Licious toys.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? They're called collection items, and what happens is you have to, like, the last items I had were things you can conceal in your purse. The next one's going to be more like massage oils and lubricants and you know, all the stuff that is very kind of like used on your body. And so you never know if that's going to be my collection next. But this is what you're suggesting I need to do?
Not if I got anything to do with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm suggesting, you know, because a lot of lesbians look at your toys. You know, we buy all your toys, and like, we like strap-ons, we like, maybe two-way dildos or something, so maybe you should get a collection of it.
Oh, okay.
Make one of them yours.
See, I like it.
I ain't mad at the this Ice. I ain't mad at the two-way dildo, but the strap-on, I don't want to give out the idea that she uses that damn thing.
But see, the thing is...
Well, obviously we don't want her to use it on you. We know that, she's not going to want to be like, hey, Ice-T, let me just strap this strap-on and let's do it in the ass. No. But people, people that adore her look at her stuff all the time, people that are customers, it's something I'm just suggesting.
No, yeah, you know what? And what I'm doing is taking, like, everyday stuff you see at adult toy store, and I try to Coco-fy it. So if I were to do a strap-on, like you said, I would make it, sparkly and cutesy, I wouldn't do the...
She gave us sparkle dicks. That's all.
Yes. But I take suggestions. So thank you so much for calling in. And even thanks for calling in. Just saying hi. What's up?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Kisses. Bye.
Hey, what's cracking? This is Ice-T, Coco, and Mick Benzo on the podcast. Who's we talking to?
Hey, this is Sergeant Jerry Connor from Virginia. I just wanted to give you and your beautiful wife some tips up and give you a little secret if you guys wanted to hear about some things we did with you guys in Iraq if you're interested in hearing about it.
Go for it. Tell me what's happening.
Well, two things. My wife, I'm a big fan of the band, and I missed you guys on Mayhem this year. That kind of sucked ass. But when I was in NATO, I ended up picking up when they tried to ban the original version because the cop killer wouldn't play it. I picked it up in some places downtown in Brussels. But when I went back to Iraq the second time, I took that bitch with me. Well, dude, I got news for you, man. We played that bitch over the loudspeaker over the chopper 24/7. And every time we did something for the right reasons, there goes the neighborhood with blaring at 11. I wanted you to know that your efforts, man, it made a big difference to our troops. It really has. And it's a big bond between white and black. There's no atheists in foxholes, and nobody in the Army gives a damn what color you are. And I think you and Coco portray that. A beautiful white woman, a killer black guy, a model and a musician. It's a dream come true. And for all of us that don't give a damn what color we are and what problems are going in the world, man, you guys roll for it. And we use that. But I will say this. Coco, I got posters of you from my wife sent them to me. And I have no idea what happened to them in Iraq. I'm afraid to even ask. When I tell you this some bitches disappeared quick, they disappeared quick, man. They did.
Hey, Sarge, what MOS are you?
I was a 31 Lima. You was in, brother. What I ended up doing was pumping the sat radio all the time. I was always in the choppers. Now they got sat phones.
Okay.
Now you can call anywhere you want. Back starting in the day, back in Desert Storm, and the second time we had phones. But the first time we had these huge ass radios, and you had to have a TSI to carry it, a security clearance. And once I got that security clearance, dude, I was doing all kinds of jumping maneuvers and crazy shit. Some of the stuff we're not allowed to talk about, of course. So what exactly did you do when you were in? I forgot.
I was 11 Bang Bang. I'm a Ranger.
Oh, you was 11 Bravo. I was with you guys. I was the only scrub there. All you guys, they put me. Yeah, I had to go with the Rangers, 5th Special Forces, 10th Mountain because they didn't have a way to talk to Link back in division. So every time 12 of us flew out to go do something, they used my radio to talk back to the rear. And you know how it goes when you got satellite radio. If you don't got it, they can't know what's going on.
That's right. Hey, Sarge, we got to keep it going. We got a lot of people on the line, but thank you so much for calling.
I got you, brother.
And thanks for your service.
That's so sweet. If I see you, I'll sign your posters too.
Thank you. You guys really made us smile. You guys are a couple.
Thank you. That was so sweet of you.
Final Level Podcast, Ice-T, Mick Benzo, and Coco. Who's this and where you calling from?
My name's Annabelle. I have a question for Coco. When are you planning to come to a movie?
I'm just waiting on the right appropriate scripts. I get some, scripts here and there, and it's not like the best, parts, but I'm up for being in a movie. It's just I really haven't pushed at all.
I think she should be in a superhero movie, me personally.
I would like to take some ass. That would be...
Or a gladiator movie.
Yeah, totally. I would love that. But, you know, I haven't really pushed that direction. So, a lot of people ask me to do it, so I might give it a try.
And when are you guys coming back on reality TV? We miss you.
Well, we basically stopped the show. Reality TV, you got to deal with it a special way. You can't be on there too long because people will burn out on you. So we figured people got our life. They understand our life, Max and Spark. And also part of show business is mystery. You know, you got to kind of keep us a little mysterious. That kind of makes people more interested. But we do have something happening.
Yeah, we got some stuff in the works right now.
For television this year. But it's not a reality show. That's all we can say.
I can't wait.
Yes, it will be out in the press pretty soon. So just keep on following, girl. You're gonna love it.
Thank you.
Bye.
Well, it was nice talking to you guys. Take care.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hey, this is Ice-T, Mick Benzo, and Coco. Who's this and where you calling from?
My name's Lyra. Yeah, I wanted to talk to Coco. She's like such an inspiration to me because I'm like a bigger woman as well, and like I have a big butt and all, but it's so hard for me to find clothes. Like I just can't find any clothes that fit over my butt.
Yeah, well, you know what, girl? I've had that problem like my whole life, and what I usually do is I get clothes bigger than what I really am. So like if you're a size 5, I get like a size 9, and I tailor it to around my booty. So like I always take my waist in, and then also I'm 5'2", I'm a little shorty too. So I always have to like take my pants in from the bottom, and but just recently, since I've had that problem, I started my own clothing line called Licious, and I don't know if you've checked it out before, but it's called LiciousClothing.com. You can go to the website, but it's all clothes that stretch to your body, like it conforms onto your body. So, and also, if you like a certain item and it goes to like a specific size that you buy on the website, we can also custom and tailor it to your body. So, I always tell girls like my main jeans that I love to wear is the classic jeans that I have on my Licious website. It's dope. They're high, so they don't cut your booty off, and they're really, really comfortable. So check them out.
You don't wear regular blue jeans?
No, honestly, I can't. You have to wear something with stretch. There's no way I can wear just regular. There's no way.
But you know what? When Coco says get her jeans tailored, it's at the dry cleaners. You know, she just has, she got a relationship with the girl at the dry cleaners, and when she buys her clothes, she always throws them on the floor and says, okay, these got to go in for alterations. Mm-hmm. I mean, even guys, everybody, you just can't necessarily think you're going to fit stuff off the rack. You know, a lot of times it's good to have a relationship with somebody, a seamstress, or somebody that can, don't take it personal. You just need a special fit.
But then also you got to think of it, like always get bigger sizes. You know, a lot of girls when they go and they pick up like a size 0. Girl, you're not a size 0. Yeah. Get like what are 5 sizes up to cover your booty, and then get them tailored in to conform to your body. But that's the reason why you gotta go to Licious, girl.
Yeah, I am. I really wanted to meet you at the Mayhem in Houston, but y'all didn't show.
Oh,
we'll be back. Really sad.
We'll be back. Definitely. We travel a lot, so.
I hope so.
Yes, well, come to wherever I'm at, because I'm open. We'll take pictures. It'll be cute.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, so look,
Bye.
Look, we had a lot of people call in. I think there's like 60 or 70 people in the line, but this will have to be the last caller because we got shit to do. But this is the final caller for this podcast. Who's on the line and where you calling from?
Yo, what's up, Ice and Coco? This is David Bass from Los Angeles. When are you two gonna be interviewed by the great Howard Stern?
That's interesting.
Yeah, we know the people over there, but they've been trying to get us for a while now, right, babe?
Yeah, well, you know, with Howard Stern, I was mad at Howard Stern for a while because back in the day when we went through all the cop killer stuff, Howard was saying some crazy stuff, you know, and I wasn't happy about that. But then just recently, he heard a body count record and he made a positive comment about it. He said he liked it. So, you know, Howard's a shock jock and he says crazy stuff, and we've been able to work with a lot of people that work with Howard Stern. So I feel eventually we'll actually get on there. You know, I don't hold a grudge like that. But, you know, back in the day, you go on Howard Stern and he would be quick to throw you under the bus or do some crazy shit to you, you know? And I always felt like my career was big enough that I didn't really need negative press or anything, you know, sabotage press or anything like that. But like you say, now he's evolved. He's much more relaxed and cool. Plus, Coco is friends with his wife.
Yeah, Beth Stern.
Well, they're going to have to come on the podcast when we go to Howard Stern. They have to come to us. Howard Stern got to mess with us.
Yeah, we need him to come on the podcast first.
Yeah, Howard Stern got to come fuck with us for a while, man. Then we can come over there and rock out with him, you know? Come on, man. You know what I mean?
All right, take care. Boom. All right, that was the last call. Coco, that was kind of fun, right?
Yeah, we have 200 people sitting in line. I got to take them off my I got to tell them that we shut it down.
Well, you know, that's just how it goes. No, they're going to know because this thing is going to basically cut off. But that shows you got a lot of people out there.
That's nice.
I'm not going to mention no names, but we done had people on the podcast and we opened the phone lines up and they
ain't had none. Oh, I'm sorry. I said that.
No, Coco, that's just a you know.
Actually, you can do that all day long. Because I like to do that on the net, but I hate writing.
Right.
So it's nice. Yeah, it's nice to get on the phone and talk, you know, voice to voice.
Maybe that's what you should do one day.
We should set you up and let you do that there.
No. I just came up with an idea.
My podcast
I'm saying she can do that on her stream, and we can set the number up, and she can let you talk to
her. But I got an idea.
My podcast is just taking the questions.
I got an idea. You said you could do it all day long. Mm-hmm. So what you should do is a marathon stream. You should do a stream that lasts like 6 hours.
Okay.
Like the world's longest live stream. Where you can just see how long people
well, what is the longest right now? We got to beat that.
Oh, we got to find that at Guinness Book of World Records.
Okay.
Yeah, and what we do is we'll set it up, and you will just answer questions all day long. If you have to break to eat, they'll sit there and watch you eat.
Okay.
And you just talk all day.
I would love that, actually.
You said you could do it all day long.
I could actually. Well, because when I'm on my spree cast, like 2 hours goes like that. You know, it doesn't give a lot of opportunity for everybody. Like people from across the world. When I do my spree cast, they'll call from China from Sweden, from Australia.
Overseas,
They call everywhere, and there's just so many followers that I have that I want to give everybody a chance.
Hey, Coco, you know, I know you, but I mean, you know, it's always good just to hear your story and to hear you talk. You know, I mean, I always tell people, they say, well, what's up with Coco? I'm like, Coco is the nicest person I ever met in my life. Anybody that knows her knows she's a sweetheart. She ain't got a mean bone in her body. She's just a nice person, like an angel who wants everybody to be nice. Unfortunately, everybody ain't nice.
Can everybody get along? Can everybody get along?
Yes. But you know, thanks for being on the show. Anything you want to say on the way out, Coco?
Like I said before when I came on, I want to say thank you to everybody. I just started Instagram just recently. Thank you on Instagram. Thank you on Twitter. Thank you on Facebook. And if you want to follow me there, I didn't even mention this before. I keep on saying those websites. But cocosworld.com is my website. Coco's World is Twitter. Coco is my name on Instagram and Facebook. So, you know, check me out there, and hopefully I can talk to someone soon. You know, we'll do a spree cast, or maybe I'll talk to you through my social media.
Fly, baby, fly. She did it, Thizzle. You know what I'm saying? We done had you, Coco, you the superstar. We done had you sitting right here making sandwiches, making Kool-Aid for us, you know, in the background, helping when the people come over here for the podcast.
You've been the host.
You've been the host, and you turn out to be the biggest star in the goddamn podcast.
Damn!
God damn it, what the fuck are we doing here?
Damn, we should have been did this.
I I need my own podcast.
Yeah, maybe that might be in the future.
That's what you want.
Yeah, be in the future. Don't say too loud. Mick will try to manage you. Listen, to all the listeners out there, do us a favor. Subscribe to the podcast.
Subscribe to iTunes for us. You go to iTunes, you go to Ice-T Final Level Podcast. Subscription is FREE. Once you do that, each time we put a podcast out, you do not have to look for us. iTunes will find you and send it to you.
It ain't going to cost you nothing. It ain't going to do nothing to your phone, but it will help to keep the podcast free. Coco, I love you to death. Thank you for coming. Say goodbye.
Thank you everybody for having me. Thank you guys. Ice, thank you. Love
and Mickey, say goodbye.
I appreciate it, baby. My wife was here, but she was real quiet. Hey, look, I'd rather do this. Ice, guess what?
I'm out here like I stole something.
I'd rather see you than be you. Be good.
That's how I'm living. 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 That's how I'm living.